We need to start holding ourselves to an elite standard, start holding ourselves to a higher standard, because what happens when you own that identity of someone who's in shape, when you like actually think of yourself as a fit dad, as an elite dad, you're going to start taking the actions of that exact man, of that exact dad, because it's where most people I see struggle is they have this identity of, oh, I've always been overweight. I can never get abs. I've tried everything. Like you constantly tell yourself this stuff over and over. You've actually built this identity, and that's exactly what's kept you exactly where you're at. Welcome to another episode of the JJ Velasquez Show. I'm your host, JJ Velasquez, and I'm happy to be back. I've had lots of stuff going on recently. I moved to Colorado. I just left my life in California, so starting over here fresh. It's a brand new year, so I'm ready to crush it this year. And with that being said, a couple of new things that I've been working on as well. Number one, my Elite Dads program. Number two, I'm getting on this road to 10%. If you followed my journey last year, I did a bulk for, almost most of the year. Recently, I've been doing a cut. I decided to share my journey down to 10% with everybody on social media, YouTube, Instagram, and everything like that to really give some insight on what it takes, the disciplines, the habits, the consistency, everything that it really takes to get to this elite level with my fitness and body. And, the thing is, I'm not going to say it's easy. It's taken lots of discipline and everything like that. But what I really want to share with this is I'm a busy dad. I got a 2.5-year-old. I got a business I got to run. I got lots of clients I got to take care of. I got lots of responsibilities. But at the end of the day, what's my number one responsibility to me? Taking care of my health and my fitness. And that's where lots of people get it wrong. They made everything else in front of their health and fitness. They put the work, the family, everything else besides themselves. And what happens with that? You get lower energy, you get sluggish, you get out of shape, you have health problems. And then you start showing up even worse at work, at family. You're in, worse moods. You feel like shit. You look like shit. So I always like to say that the best thing we can do for ourselves is really start to learn to take care of our health and fitness and make it a priority. Trust me, I'm a busy dad just like you. Like I said, I got a big business I got to run, but there's no reason we can't make the time. So the first thing we might have to do is we might have to really and one thing I always do is I time block what time I go to bed, what time I wake up, what time I work out. It really allows me to fit in the things I need to do to accomplish my goals, my meal prep, my workouts, my family time, my son time, everything I got to do. The only way I'm able to get it all done is by first off having some structure in my life. If we're just trying to get in our workouts whenever we can, if we're just trying to, get in our reading or personal development, whatever it is, whenever we can, well, guess what? It never gets done. So if you can start to learn to become structured, you're going to really be able to fit in these important things in your life. Because I will tell you that, getting in the shape that I've gotten into right now has just been life-changing in so many ways. Now, I've been lean and stuff before, but this was a whole new process of me bulking up and actually having to shed almost 30 pounds. And I will tell you that getting in shape these last few months and into elite level of shape, what I'll consider has been one of the best things that I've done for my fitness and my life. Because when you become disciplined, when you become consistent, when you do hard shit every single day and you do it over and over and over again, what do you think that built inside you? It built a strong mindset. It shows you that you're capable of doing anything. Like I wasn't very consistent with posting content back then. It's just translated to so much areas of my life. Like I've been doing everything I need to be doing for my business, for my workouts, for my nutrition. And that's exactly what it's taken. And that's exactly why it's got me into one of the best shape of my life. And I feel great every day. I look in the mirror. I'm happy with what I see. I'm confident. It's like, that's what this can really do for you. Doesn't matter where you start though. Like I said, just, last summer I was about 30 pounds heavier and it looked completely different, felt completely different. So it doesn't matter if it's 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever it is, getting into elite shape and actually accomplishing that goal and actually doing it is going to be one of the best things you can ever do for yourself. And I've seen it just not with me, but lots of clients that have done the same. And you start to see them just, level up in all the areas of their lives as well. So the reason I share this with you too, because obviously I launched my new Elite Dads program starting the beginning of this year. And that was exactly my goal for this new business, this new venture. I had helped, I have 700 men now plus these days. And, there's the guy that wants to lose 100 pounds and, that is barely getting started working out. And, he's a very beginner. And then there's the guys that were like me a few months ago, or there's the guys that are like successful in other areas of their lives, their business, they got a good career, they're successful in every area but fitness. Maybe they put the dad life in front of them. Maybe they let go of themselves for a little bit. But those are the guys I love to really work with because I can relate to them on lots of levels. I can relate to you if you're always striving for more, if you're wanting to make more income, if you want to get in the best shape, if you want to be a great dad. Like those are the things I can really connect with. So that's exactly who I wanted to start targeting and start helping with their fitness. These dads that wanted to really just level up in new ways, and just to get their ultimate body and build their best body, even despite being a dad, because in my opinion, that's one of the reasons why we should, get in our best shape. I want like my son's been in the gym not working out with me because he's still too little, but he's in the gym playing with his toys. He's watching me. He was counting my reps the other day. He's in there and we're kind of making it we're making it fun. He sees dad working out, he's in there doing his thing. He's got his snacks and stuff like that. But since he's seen this from such a young age, he's starting to see he's going to remember, oh yeah, dad was working out. Oh, what's dad doing over there? Oh, that's weird. He might not get it now, but the older he gets, pretty soon I'm going to get him some little, toddler gym equipment and he's going to start being in there moving, but he's learning from a young age how important health and fitness is. And I'm just setting an example. I want to be the best dad and be the best role model I can for my boy. And I want to show him what it's like to be healthy and fit because, if you've ever seen these people that are overweight, they have overweight kids. What is that going to do to your kids when they go to school? They're going to get made fun of. They're going to maybe deal with, body issues, depression, sadness, might have trouble attracting, girls in their life and stuff. And it's just, there's so much negative besides all the health problems. That's a whole nother issue. We should want our kids to play sports and be active and, just look good and feel good because I see the value in that myself. I know what it's done for my life. Just feeling good about my body, taking care of myself. I want that for my son as well. I want him to have the best life as possible. So I'm trying to instill, being healthy and fit at a young age. So this is exactly the whole point of, this new program and everything. But what I really want you to take from it, if you're listening to this, is starting to own that identity of an elite dad. When you think of an elite dad, what do you think of? You think of someone that's at the top of his game in all levels, right? Making good money, in great shape, good relationships with his son, family, spouse, and that's exactly what I think of it. If you think of anything, I don't think of a dad that settles for an average dad bod. You look around, you see all these just average men, average shape, average income, just average life. That doesn't inspire nobody. That's not exciting. We can all be doing better. Especially as dads, we have motivation, we have responsibility. Like we should be owning this and becoming the elite level dad that we were meant to be and the dad that we're capable of. So it doesn't matter where you're at right now, because trust me, just 4 or 5 years ago, no, I've shared this story many times. I was broke, I was overweight, I struggled with alcohol, I had no goals. But I completely changed my life through fitness, through the work on myself, through investing in myself, through investing in business coaches, mentors, surrounding myself with great people. And that's what's got me to really to the level I'm at with right now with my life. And that's exactly what I want to preach. That's exactly what I am sharing, because I want you to really know that no matter where you're at in your life, there's always room for improvement. Even me now, I still got a long ways to go in so many areas, but we should always be leveling up. And we have to start with our fitness first, because when we can build these habits, when we can build these disciplines, when we can commit to the goal, when we can do what we say we're going to do and actually follow through, damn, we're going to be able to do lots more in our lives as well. So, and then when I think of the elite level dad, the one that I'm starting to own that identity. So when I think of myself as an elite level dad, am I going to be trashing my body and being hungover? Am I going to be out of shape with the big ass beer guts? Am I going to be, living paycheck to paycheck? No. I need to work on all those levels. I need to improve in all those areas of my life. And that's exactly what I'm here to guide, these men on, these dads on, help you guys out, help you really take your life to the next level. Maybe it's your fitness, maybe it's your business, whatever it is. But how do we get better in all these areas? Well, it comes down to a couple things. Number one, we have to start establishing daily disciplines. I was just sharing things that really helped me get to this elite level with my fitness. It wasn't just the right workout and nutrition plan. It was my daily disciplines, waking up early every single day, tracking my food, weighing my food, doing some hard shit that I had never done, following a meal plan, like doing stuff that was very challenging in the beginning, but you do it over and over and over again. Damn. Anything else now, it's not even an issue. It's like, oh, okay, I need to do that now. Boom. Because I've developed so much discipline in my life by, like I said, doing these hard things, waking up early, tracking my food. Like if you look at most people that are out of shape, one of the hardest things for most people to do is actually control what they put in their mouth, control the food. So if you can actually own that and actually be able to say no to certain foods, say no to alcohol maybe, and just actually control what you put in your mouth, you're going to build so much self-discipline. Not only that, but waking up early. I guarantee you just doing those two things will change your life in so many ways. When you wake up early, maybe it's 30 minutes, maybe it's an hour early, maybe it's even 2 hours earlier. Like if you just wake up super early, you're going to be able to get so much more done. Maybe it's getting your workouts done. Maybe it's getting your mindset right. Maybe it's doing some self-development, or maybe it's just installing that habit of discipline that will help you out in so much other areas as well. So just really becoming disciplined, has been a really big game changer in my life. So the first thing we have to do is really just own our disciplines, start developing some daily disciplines to really make sure that we're taking care of our fitness, our self-development. I have routines for all that stuff built into my life. So that's number one, our daily disciplines. Number two is our standards. We need to start holding ourselves to an elite standard, start holding ourselves to a higher standard, because what happens when you own that identity of someone who's in shape, when you actually think of yourself as a fit dad, as an elite dad, you're going to start taking the actions of that exact man, of that exact dad, because it's where most people I see struggle is they have this identity of, oh, I've always been overweight. I can never get abs. I've tried everything. You constantly tell yourself this stuff over and over. You've actually built this identity, and that's exactly what's kept you exactly where you're at. So in order to start doing new things, you need to start holding a different identity for yourself. And yeah, it might be weird or it might be different, but you got two choices. Do you want to think of yourself as this overweight, sluggish, this is the best I can do? That's what's called a fixed mindset. Or do you want to have this identity of hey, I'm working on becoming an elite dad. I am an elite dad. I'm doing my best I can every single day. Like I always say, it's that 1% better every single day. And I'll tell you, when I launched my Elite Dads program, that's exactly what I started thinking of myself of. It's damn, I own this program. I own this community. So I need to own that identity of an elite dad, and look at where it's taken me with my fitness, with my business, with my disciplines. It's just damn, we need to start owning that identity of exactly who we want to be. Now, sometimes it's a little easier said than done, but one of the best things you can do as well is really start affirming these affirmations. Start, if you have a bunch of negative self-talk, negative self-belief, you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe you can get to elite level shape, that's the first place you need to start. And I will tell you though, I've had guys lose 100 pounds. I've had guys who have never had a six-pack get six-packs before. So there's no reason that you can as well. I don't care about your family history, your genetics, which you think they are, your past diets, stuff you filled out before. It doesn't matter. With the right habits, with the right disciplines, with the right plan, you can accomplish these goals, because I've seen it hundreds of times. So there's no reason that you can't as well. So the first place we have to start is taking that negative self-talk and that negative belief out of your head. And one of the best ways we can do that is by just grabbing that notepad every single morning, like I have, writing down things about yourself that you might not actually believe right now. But when you start to tell yourself these things over and over and over again, well, guess what? You're going to actually start to believe them, and you're going to take the actions of that person. And then when you start to take the actions, well, guess what? Then you start getting the results, and you're going to start to believe it even more. So that's why that's why I encourage you to do these affirmations, do that mindset work every single day, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, spend some time to tell yourself some positive stuff, get your mindset right, read some positive literature, read some positive books. It's one of the best things you can do. I notice that's why I do it every morning as well. My mindset is just in such a better place when I do that work. So number one, we have those daily disciplines. Number two, we hold the identity of that elite dad, of that elite man, of that elite person that we want to be. Well, we start taking the actions of that person, and then, we start getting the results of it. And lastly, we just need to execute on a plan, whether it's a roadmap for our workouts, nutrition, mindset, daily disciplines. We need to have some place to start. We're not just going to wake up and just figure this out on our own. In fact, that's one of the worst ways to do things, because you start to try it on your own. You start to not get results. What happens? You lose motivation. You lose that belief in yourself. So I don't care what your goal is. One of the best things you need to do is follow a plan, and then get some accountability. Why do you think I shared my 10% journey on YouTube, on Instagram? Because I knew that if I put myself out there, well, fuck, I'm going to be working for this. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I will not let my community down. I will not let myself down. I will not let my clients down, my son down, by not accomplishing this goal of getting it down to 10%. That was my goal. So it's I put myself out there. So, and there's some of you that may be scared to share your fitness journey. You don't want to, share your pictures. Look at my stuff all over social media. I share my fat picture. I share my ripped picture. I put myself out there because it's for that level of accountability. And lots of guys that come to me, yeah, maybe they've tried working out, maybe they tried nutrition plans, keto, they've tried all this stuff, but they haven't stayed consistent. You know what works best? Number one, just having the plan, but number two, having that accountability. Someone to check in with them, knowing that someone's watching them. And I've had lots of guys tell me, I don't want to let you down. It's that level of accountability. So, that could be as easy as, telling your wife, telling your friends, putting yourself out there, because you're a lot more likely to do it. Or, hey, yeah, you get a coach, you get someone to help, you get that extra layer of accountability, because I know sometimes your friends, your family, they let you off the hook. But when you have someone you don't want to let down, when you have a community of like-minded people, when you have someone that's working on your goals, that's been there and can help guide you, you're going to get a lot farther with your results and everything. So, whatever your goal is, like I said, maybe it's fitness, maybe it's business, get a plan. I've invested lots of money into my own business, learning different things, everything from marketing, sales, like everything in business, as well as fitness too. When I was doing my bulk, I hired a coach to help me with the bulk, because I wanted to learn different things. I wanted to learn different strategies. I wanted to do different things. I've done lots of cuts and everything like that. So I wanted to learn some new strategies, and we combined some stuff together and came up with a good plan. And now I'm like on this cut, I'm getting in the best shape of my life right now. And it's just from, I don't just guess. I share this all the time. I don't just guess with my workouts. I don't just guess with my nutrition. I'm tracking my food every single day. I'm doing a plan with my workouts. I'm not just mixing up random workouts. Like, I have a structured plan with my workouts, with my nutrition. And why is this so important? Because if we actually have roadmap, if we actually have a data that we're tracking, it's very easy to know where, when, and if we need to make any adjustments and where to adjust, because we can see what's going on with their workouts and nutrition. One of the biggest mistakes I see people make when they try to lose fat or get in better shape is they're just winging it. Oh yeah, I'm just eating healthy. Well, you don't even know how much you're eating. Are you hitting your protein goal? Are you hitting your calorie goal? If not, well, that's where you can lose muscle. You might be a skinny fat. You might have loose skin. You might not have the shape that you want because you're just guessing. So it's so much easier to get better results if you just actually have the plan, but then you got to be able to execute on it. Like I said, I don't half-ass anything. I also don't bust my ass in the gym to not get any results. So that's why I put in work on the nutrition as well. Don't just go kill yourself in the gym for 5 days a week, whatever it is, and then just half-ass the nutrition. You're busting your ass an hour in the gym and you can't spend 5 minutes to track your food, or you can't, spend 30 minutes to do a meal prep. Like, you gotta be at that level of effort if you want really good results. And like I tell you this, you can accomplish. Is your goal going to take 6 months, a year, or is it going to take 3 months? Well, it's all going to depend on the level of effort that you put into it. And I would rather bust my ass and, say no to all these foods and really be disciplined as hell so I can accomplish my goals a lot faster than dragging it out for months and months and months and months if I were to just put in more effort. So I want to challenge you to start doing some hard things in your life, to challenge yourself to do what you got to do, because it doesn't take long. You start being consistent with tracking your food. Maybe you've never weighed your food. Maybe you never got a food scale. Like, I used to think that was so annoying back in the day, and like, I don't want to weigh my food. But literally now it takes 5 seconds. It's so easy, and I'm loving the results from it. So I'd rather just, it was just a mindset. It's like, I don't want to do this. And I hear that a lot too. People, they don't want to track their food. And I'm here to tell you that you always should. I'm not here to tell you, I'm not one of those coaches that are going to be like, oh yeah, don't track your food and, you can still get results. A lot of people preach that in their marketing, the easy way, just do this. It's like, no, I want to teach you what works. So yeah, it might be a little bit hard. It might take more discipline, but if you're going to get better results for it, that's what I want you to do. All my clients track their food. And if they're not, I'm like, hey, we need to track your food, because it's going to help me be able to help you. I'm going to learn exactly what's going on with your nutrition. Plus, you're going to start to learn about your calories, about your macros. You're going to have this knowledge for life. So that's why I teach exactly what I preach. I implement this stuff every single day. And that's exactly why I teach and preach the same stuff, because it works. It's worked for me. And all my best clients, they do that same exact thing. So, and that's really all it takes. If we have these new disciplines, if we have a plan to follow, if we have that belief in ourselves, we have some accountability, we're going to be able to accomplish great things, get in our best shape and everything, just like I am. And in my opinion, like I said, when we're in our best shape, well, damn, number one, you already look like an elite dad. You look great. You feel great. You wake up every day. You want to just do big things and you want to keep going from there. And so no matter what area it is it the business? Is it the fitness? Is it the family? Like, we can work on all these areas and improve them all through, like I said, developing ourselves, the daily disciplines, having structure and plan to follow, that accountability and everything like that too. So that's exactly what we do. do. Like I said, if you're interested in my Elite Dads program, definitely reach out. Like I said, we'll take your body to new levels, take your life to new levels. And that's exactly my whole goal this year. I want to help men. I want to help dads get in the best shape of their life. If this is you just want to lose 10 pounds and still look average, it's probably not for you. If you want to just, half-ass nutrition, not track your food, it's probably not for you either. If you want to just do a few 30-minute workouts a week, definitely not for you. But if you are that dad that wants to get in your best shape, if you're willing to do what it takes, if you're willing to commit to these goals so you can look your best, feel your best, show up as your best, the dad that you're capable of, and just be that role model and everything, well, this might be for you. So definitely reach out to me, JJ the Fitness Coach on Instagram. You have questions, you need help with anything, I got you. But otherwise, I gave you some good guidance on how you can do this, how you can get started right away, where you're at now to start getting ready. Maybe it's for summer, maybe it's for a birthday, maybe it's just you're tired of the dad body, you're tired of looking average, you're tired of kind of just not being at your best. Hey, it's never too late to make a change. And today's the best day to get started. Life gets better when you do 1% better every single day. Let's go.